All right, welcome to the Franchise Time Machine. Seems like everyone's a little tired and burnt out from PTCS yesterday, so uh, I'm no different. We're going to do a bit of a chill stream tonight. I'm just going to work on my new theme team. Uh, in the process, I'll show people how to sign up for a theme team if it's something that interests you. They are a lot of fun. They're occasionally frustrating, but the good thing is you can always change your theme, or you can undo it, or you can redo it. So this is a team. I have a silver uh, league team that's been kind of frustrating me. So I decided I'm gonna. I guess it's like kind of a version of rage quitting. I said I'm turning this into a theme team because I've had a couple of themes I've been wanting to do. So this is one of them. I've been kind of playing with the concept a little bit today. I did go ahead and set up all the work that needs to be done to get it into the theme teams. I'll show you how to do that. Esther Denny, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the great stream, as always. Had a good time in there until I had to go leave to set up. Oh, great team name. Thank you. Yes, I'll show you the rules for it too. I think the rules are kind of fun. I always like adding like a few different like niche rules. Partly because then like it makes me go look stuff up and I always learn fun things about baseball that I didn't know before. But yes, this will be the Haight-Ashbury Grateful Dead Balls TTC. And here are the rules for the team. They're still in flux. I can always change them if I want. That's part of the beauty of doing a theme team. You're kind. It's up to you what you want it to be. Oh, I think we're in ads, so let me pause for ads. Yeah, I'd like to learn how to do these settings so that that raiders don't immediately get hit with ads. I think we have another 30 seconds left. Oh, that let me put the pack giveaway for me. I can do that in the meantime. Okay, it looks like we're back from ads. Before we go on, let me go ahead and I want to put a pack giveaway form up. Normally, our pack giveaways are based on guessing the outcome of whatever experiment or sim or community game we're playing that night. But since I don't have that tonight, I'm just going to do a random drawing. So feel free to enter. You do not have to be present to win. I think we'll do two. We'll do one kind of in the middle of the stream, and we'll do one at the end of the stream. It's a very simple form. You just have to put in your OOTP, the ID of the account you want the packs to go to if you win. All I ask is you only do one entry per human being. So if you have alt accounts in the stream, I would ask that you just enter once. Okay, so let me open the form. All right, here's the link. I'm going to put it in the chat. All right, good luck, everybody. I always like to get that out of the way first in case we have to run. Ezra Denny, I hope you're still here so you can actually fill out a form. I think it's literally two questions, so you can do it before you have to take off. Yes, it's your OOTP login ID and it's your Twitch username. So um I hope that Ezra Denny will enter. And if you thought it just being a random drawing would prevent Smiley Face Jane from winning it, you would be wrong. I did the random wheel during the PTCS roster building, and Smiley Face Jane continues to win. Oh wait, no, wait, no, wait. Kitty Poo Poo won twice, but there was something that we did that was random, and Smiley Face Jane still won. What was it? It's gonna bug me now until I can think of it. Anyway, I do apologize that it's not more related to uh guessing something that you can actually demonstrate some skill in. This is a totally random one tonight, but I couldn't think of a way to make an educated guessing game for building a theme team roster. So, all right, let me get back to the slides here. Yeah, so the cool thing is the rules are up to you. And now occasionally, and I think this is good, EVC might tell somebody, hey, I think your theme might be too broad or too narrow. But if it's too narrow, you're never going to get out of rookie ball, and it's probably going to be frustrating. You won't have any fun. If it's too broad, there's no point in having a theme team. You just might as well just play all your cards and have a regular team. But for the most part, I think most of the theme teams are pretty interesting. Even the ones that maybe too, might seem too broad or are well intentioned. Um, I know when I first came up with my theme team of like players who've been mispronounced by streamers, people are like, oh, that's like way too broad. There's so many, and then some people are like, you're gonna have like 10 players. Um, it's actually been pretty broad in that there's a ton of names in my database now, but it doesn't help my team because 90% of the names are for players who are like iron or bronze or don't even have cards yet. So there's the occasional toy cob or uh, Janksy Robinson, Janksy Robinson, uh, and what was the other one? Randy Jankson. So occasionally those will slip through, and so I'll get like a pretty good card. But for the most part, I think anyone who thought, "Oh, this is way too easy to theme," has been proven wrong. There's a ton of names. There's not a ton of good cards that are qualified for that team. I think this one also might be the same, but this one's I just it was too fun of a topic for me not to do, and I had a super frustrating uh, silver playoffs today. It wasn't one of these where I had like by far the best record in the league, but I won my division, and I think I had the best record in my league in the sub league. It was I think in the AL side, and of course I get knocked out by a wild card team. Um, at least I made it to the league championship series, but I got knocked out by a wild card team. And frankly, the roster was like okay, but it's not. I'm actually surprised it did so well in silver because it's not, it's far from meta. And so this was like my version of rage quitting. I'm like, okay, I'm turning this into a theme team. I have like 2 or 3 themes I've been wanting to do, and so this is the one I chose. So I'm going to convert it. It's probably going to get demoted a few times before it finds its right level, depending on what kind of cards we can find tonight. But the theme is uh, partly Grateful Dead, partly Dead Ball baseball, and so the Grateful Dead part is anyone with a name that's shared by a band member mentioned in the song, or someone closely associated with the band. Like there are people who do art for the band, or like Robert Hunter is a lyricist, but he's not in the band, right? So Robert and Hunter, I think, are fair game. Um, anyone, and then anyone born in Palo Alto, San Francisco, or a town named in the song. I might remove the town named in the song part if it turns out they named too many big cities in their songs, but for the most part, there are a bunch of like, you know, pretty random towns mentioned uh in their songs. So I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I'm pretty good at self-policing myself, and if they mention like New York City and Los Angeles and so and I haven't really thought about, oh, that's right, in that song they mentioned that, then I'll take out that rule. But for me it's just like a fun way to look up more players and stuff. Um like so for example, Mexicali is mentioned. I don't know that any major leaguers were born in Mexicali, Mexico. So, but we'll look. And if there are too many big cities named, I'll drop this rule. But I will keep the Palo Alto and San Francisco. That's kind of the two cities that are kind of associated with like the formation of the band. And born in San Francisco, I don't think is gonna be too big of a list. So then the dead ball part is anyone who played um, T Davis. So I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan. I never traveled with the band. I've been to like maybe a dozen shows. I used to trade tapes. So that I mean, I to some people that would say like, okay, like you're a pretty big fan. I used to trade cassette tapes by mail. We at least did the trading via the internet, so it's not ancient, but it was like a long enough time ago that like it was on cassette tapes. And the way you would do it is like you would find someone online who had a show you wanted. You would mail them new cassettes in wrappers, and they would send you back cassettes that they had recorded a show onto. And so, like, I used to do that. So, like, I would say I'm probably like a medium fan. Definitely not like a hardcore fan, but almost definitely more than like a casual fan for sure. Let me move this around so that the dead stuff is together with the dead stuff. Okay. Then there's the dead ball era. This is anyone who played from 1900 to 1920. There are so many like quirky statistics and players and cards from that era. Like I definitely want to include that. And then so I'm Japanese, and in Japan they call a hit by a pitch a dead ball, which always used to confuse me when I was a kid. But then I also thought like balk is also a dead ball play. So anyone who led the league in either of those categories, I'm going to make eligible. This is an example of a rule I just create for fun that makes me just like look up the lists of hit by pitch leaders and balk leaders and just see who's on them. Like for the balk leaders, it'll probably be a bunch of people who don't even have cards, but it'll be a fun little research thing to do. The hit by pitch leaders actually they might have some good batters in there, so that might add a little bit of juice to the team. Um, but in the meantime, like one of the things I had fun doing was like looking up what are some of the names that appear in the songs. Oh, you saw them at the Sphere within the last year? That's awesome. Yeah, it is cool that they still keep going on. I saw them when like Jerry Garcia was still alive and playing with the band, so it's been a long time. But yeah, if I had a chance to see them again, I would definitely go. I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, it's not the Dead anymore. I would still go. They're playing the same songs. I'm sure the vibe is still fun. Um, I'm trying to find. I already did some research. I was going to put up some of that research. Oh, here it is. Okay, let me put it up on the screen. Okay, so a few fun things I found. The first is On baby, this is funny. On baby name DNA, which is like one of these baby naming websites. Um, and don't get me wrong, I think these websites are fine. Like my wife and I use them when we're expecting to like, come up with ideas for names. Um, but someone had made a list of names that are in Grateful Dead songs. All right, so I don't think there's a lot of these are not going to be helpful. There's no Althea. Um, Bird, there's a new Bird card that just came out for Thanksgiving that might help. Or Mark Fidrich was known as the Bird. Vita Blue for Blue, right? There's a Bobby Bonds card. There's lots of Bobbies actually. Brent will be helpful. Charlie will be helpful. For a second, when I saw this list, I thought to say Clemente, but it's Clementine. Um, Garcia will be helpful. Gray, I'm going to disregard spelling. So, like a Sunny Gray card, maybe. Um, Hunter's going to be helpful. Jack, Jed Lowry, for example, comes to mind. Uh, but I can only use each source once. That's the other thing. So, like, John is in here. Like, Uncle John's Band is one of the songs. Um, Hey, Smiley Face Jane. Oh, you looked through the players board in San Francisco? Okay, cool. If there's too many options, I might drop it, but I think it's very core to who the band is. So Palo Alto and San Francisco, I like to keep. Lee will probably be helpful. Keith, Jordan. There's a good Brian Jordan card out there for defense. Uh, Wally Moon, right? There's a Wally Moon card. Mickey Cochran or Mickey Mantle. When we get a good Mickey Mantle card, that might be helpful. But then there's like Magnolia, Pearly, Prudence. Those are not going to help. Um, there's a River Ryan, so this river is actually going to be helpful. Rose, so Ramble on Rose is a song. So Pete Rose would be eligible. T. Davidson's Clemente and Clementine is close enough. I might have to pull that at some point if the team isn't that good. Steven, so with a name like Steven, I'll just want to make sure I'm picking the best Steven I can that I have a card for. Sam, there's some good Sams that are I think that are already out. I think maybe they have some that might be coming still too. So that was pretty good. And then there's in within Reddit, I found a guy who had created a spreadsheet of the names, and so this goes a little deeper. Like this goes more specifically into like specific lyrics. So Adam, so there I could do Adam Dunn. Um, Albert will be helpful. Automatic Slim. So there's like a Slim Harris and a Slim Saley. Yeah, Viola. You know what's my favorite? I'm gonna start with the Diamond Viola that I already have. Not very good, but at least it gets my roster off the ground. So with Betty Davis, I can use Davis. So there's like that great Eric Davis card. Billy, Billie Jean. Black Peter, so I can use Peter. Bobby McGee would make Willie McGee eligible. Or if I want to use the Bobby, I could use the Bobby side, but I can't use it twice. I'd have to pick. And that's how a lot of the theme teams do it. Like there's a fun candy themed team, but they only use each candy once, so you can't get two names out of one candy. And I think I like that rule. That's how I usually run my theme teams too. Oh, Willie McGee's a double dip. Born in San Francisco. That's awesome. Kane. I just ripped the who's that pitcher? Kane. Um I keep wanting to say Dean Kane, but that's the wrong Kane. Anyway, he's a diamond pitcher. I can start with him in the roster. That'll be nice. Matt Kane, thank you. Casey Jones gives me Jones. Jones should be useful. Um, Catfish John gives me Catfish Hunter, so I can give up some home runs. Charlie, there's some Charlies in the game. Um, I was thinking Dr. Filth would give me anyone with Doc, so I can maybe do Doc Ellis using Dr. Filth, even though his is DOCK. Franklin would give me any Frank, I would think. So anyway, whatever your theme is, you'll end up doing some sort of research project, which I always think is fun, and you'll be looking to tie, your theme to your card set. And for me, a lot of the fun is like I've got a Jack, and I always like I can never say Mike Schmidt. I always think of him as Michael Jack Schmidt. So if we get a Michael Jack Schmidt card, I'm definitely using Jackaro or Jack the Ripper for him. Right, so now I'm extra excited to see a Michael Jack Schmidt card. I was already excited. Now I'm super excited. So John would give me like Tommy John, or there's a million players with the first name John. Um, Laura Foster would give me George Foster, who has a decent. I mean, it's kind of stale now, but that George Foster card could play. I mean, this is why the team's going to get demoted a few times because I'm going to have to pull a lot of my cards, but it lets me then figure out some fun cards. Oh, Mason for Mason's children, I could do Mason Miller, so that'll be cool if I can get that. Oh, Mr. Benson. There's a Chris Benson card. There's probably other Bensons in the game. Now, I don't know if I'm going to make the stretch for Murph to give me Murphys, but if we get a good Dale Murphy card, which I think it's a shame we don't have a really good Dale Murphy card right now, like a 100 plus Dale Murphy. But if we get that, I'll probably use Murph. We have that Baker card that's Smiley Face Jane and Clay Dog just suggested I pick up for PTCS. Pearly Baker would let me play that Baker card. So there's that. And then, as Smiley Face Jane mentioned, in BREF, oh, the search filled in automatically because I just did this search. You know what? I wasn't using BREF. I actually found a Wikipedia list of players born in San Francisco. So let me put that up on the screen. All right. Oh, thank you, Smiles Fishing. I'm just going to start with this one for now, but just whisper it to me and I'll get it. But like, so you can see, there's a ton of players, but most of them, don't have cards or are not going to have very good cards. This is the nature of Major League Baseball. There's a long tail of players, and most of them are not great players. I mean, they're great enough to make it to the majors, but hold on. Let me put this one back up for a second. Let me see if. Oh yeah, okay. I don't have much. I don't have many perfect points to play this month, Jane. So the main thing is, I just want to get a roster built with the cards I have right now, so I can be qualified for Monday when the league starts. And then during the course of the next week, I'll worry about like trying to improve the team. Um, normally I'd be starting with a new team in rookie ball anyway, so I don't care if I get demoted a few times. I just want to get the team up and running. Well, yeah, Smileyface J, can you whisper me that link? Because I'm actually not able to find or send it to me in Discord if you could. I'm not actually able to find the BREF. I found the California list, but not the San Francisco list. I find BREF actually very difficult to navigate from within BREF. I'm always hopping back out into Google to search for stuff in BREF. What was I trying to do? Oh yeah, I was trying to. I'm forgetting what I'm doing. I'm still very tired from this weekend. Thank you, Smiley Face Jane. Okay, let me switch over to that now that I have it. Now this will be good because when I click through, instead of getting their Wikipedia profile, I'll get their BREF profile, which will be much more helpful. So it is a bit of an Easter egg hunt, right? Like you look through looking for players that are, good enough to be interested in adding to your team. Right? There's a Dolph Camilli card. It's a bronze. It's good VR. I might have to have him on my starting roster until I get better cards. But it's fun because I'll get to dust off that card that I haven't played in a while, but I really liked when we first launched. Babe Dahlgren, sometimes we have a good Dahlgren card. I don't know that we have one right now, but that's another one. Was there a good which DiMaggio was it? There was a good lower level center fielder for defense. Was it Vince? I think it might have been Vince. Right, but you can kind of see, and this is just a tip. Oh, it was Vince. Yeah, thank you for confirming, Smiley Face Jane. But you can kind of see how this goes, right? Like you start to dig around on the internet, maybe pull some books. I still have a lot of baseball books I kind of pull and take a look at. But it's fun. Like, all right, let's see if I can find this. League leaders in hit by pitch. Yes. Okay. So part of the dead ball thing I mentioned is hit by pitch. All right, this is going to open up a bunch of players. A Rosarena, Pete Alonso, who has that All-Star game card. Georgia Tech legend Derek Dietrich. I didn't even know he led the league in hit by pitches. That's awesome. Shin Soo Chu, who has a launch diamond card. Shane Victorino, Prince Fielder. I didn't know any of these players led the league in hit by pitches. Oh, I get to dust off the Chase Utley. Awesome. That's great. I like the Mariners. I didn't even know Ty France led the AL in hit by pitches one year. Like, okay, so to me, that this was a fun ad. I wasn't sure if I should add it, but when I thought about, a hit by pitch is called a dead ball in Japan, I was like, I kind of have to add that. And now I'm glad I did because it opens up like this other research project here. Brady Anderson. Oh, Craig Biggio. There's a new Craig Biggio card. Oh, we can dust off that bronze Jeff Blauser. Mike McFarland has a nice defensive card. All right, so like we're gonna drop down a few levels because my team right now has a lot of silvers and a few perfects, but it's not gonna be it won't be terrible, and we get to play some of these old cards we haven't played in a while. Gene Tennis, that card's gonna come back into play. Oh no, you can probably hear like I'm getting excited. This is part of the fun of doing a theme team. Like I uncovered this list now of the Carlton Fisk. If I'm lucky enough to get that perfect Carlton Fisk, he's going in. And by the way, that's how cheap people get on the Phonics team. I just said Carlton Fisk. You would think no one's ever going to mispronounce Carlton Fisk. I just did it. Now I don't count my own uh, mispronunciations, but you can see why somehow Ty Cobb gets on the list. Oh, that Mike Epstein card. Again, these are lower level cards, but there's a Bill Freehan card that I think I actually have on this roster. I can add Norm Cash. Right, none of these are meta, but they're going to keep the team from being terrible. I could play the Diamond Frank Robinson until I get the perfect Frank Robinson. This is the wrong Frank Thomas, but there is this Frank Thomas also has a card in the game. Eddie Stanky's got a diamond card. Jackie Robinson has that nice diamond card that plays second, third, and left field and has like the 140 something contact. Well, okay, I didn't realize the hit by pitch thing was going to be such a big one. All right, let's see if I can find. Box might be a tougher list to find. Okay, Fox Sports has 2024 Bach leaders. There's 2024 again for. This is based on balls. I guess it didn't like box. Did it not look up box? Let's just limit it to baseball reference and see what happens. No, it's not balls. I want box. Oh, Steve Carlton has the most box in MLB history. Awesome. Steve Carlton's in the game. Sweet. I can start with his gold card and we can move on from there. Why can't I find year by year balk leaders? This is kind of annoying. But Steve Carlton, that's an awesome find. Hey, what happens if I go to BREF and I do leaders, not 2024, all time? Oh, no, I don't want just war. Okay, where is box? Is box not on here for real? Holy cow, box is not on here. How is that a thing? I'm very surprised. Wow. All these stats. All these stats over here. They have range factor per game as catcher, fielding percentage as first baseman, total zone runs as shortstop, but they don't have box. That's interesting. They have wild pitches. I'm really surprised. Anyway, we have a lot of other sources we can use. This I'm probably going to start with this. This actually has the most players on it. All right, so let me get the base game up. We're going to start moving some cards around. Oh yeah, and if anyone's interested in doing a theme team, um, I have that. Where is that? Yeah, here it is. Okay, first there's a form to be filled out. EVC and NYC2 is the one who organizes all this. Again, he does so much for the community. I mentioned last night all the PTCS streams, that table that shows who's in which tournaments and who's still alive. He does that for us. He does that for everybody. Um, he just takes on a lot of this stuff for the community. Just does a ton for the game. But he runs the theme teams now. Now in the game, your friends list gets updated automatically. I think EVC has to do some stuff behind the scenes, but as long as you set your perfect team settings so that your there's a pull down where you have to select that your league placement is by friends list instead of random. Well, until a couple months ago, EVC had to publish a spreadsheet each week of which teams had moved up or down, and therefore which teams were in your level for the upcoming week. And then everyone in the league would have to then adjust their friends list, or that you run the risk of not getting matched up with that perfect with that TTC group. And then you're playing with a bunch of random people who are not theme teams, which is much less fun. But now OTP has set it up so that EVC can do this for theme teams. Laptop Hound can do it for packs only, and it saves them a ton of time, and also saves us a ton of time too. Because I had to update my friends list for two or three theme teams every Sunday. So let's give another shout out to EVC and NYC2. So you fill out this form. Well, I'm going to mute for a second while I cough. The form asks you for stuff like, I'm not going to dox myself, am I? I think it's just my email address, which is surprise franchisetimemachine@gmail.com. Um, yeah, so your team name, your theme description, your name in the Discord. Oh, so that's the other thing. You add yourself to EVC's theme team Discord. That's where a lot of the communication happens. What league you're currently in. This is so he can do whatever it is that OOTP let him do so that he can put you into the friends list behind the scenes. And then, why you chose that theme team. That's just more, I think, for him to talk about your team when he introduces us. There's like a roll call every week on his stream, his theme team stream, where he introduces all the new teams. It's always pretty fun to see all the fun, interesting teams that have been added. This is what his Discord looks like. There's an add my theme team section. So you go there and then pin to the chat pin to that message board is the form. Right, so I forget the order you have to go in. I have a slide I made for this. Let me put that up. So here's my theme team rules, but the slide before this, I think, is yeah. So watch and follow EVC and NYC2, come up with your theme, get your team compliant. Now, I already have two theme teams and I've been pretty good about maintaining them. So he gave me the benefit of the doubt. He let me submit the form and do everything else as long as I promise to have my team compliant by tomorrow morning, which is what I'm doing tonight. Rename your team with TTC. That stands for Theme Team Crew. And then fill out, I guess I should say fill out and submit the form. And then there is a final step. You should notify EVC. Right, so you just want to let him know that you're done, and then he'll get you into the league. So yeah, it's a super fun way to play perfect team. It's extra fun if if you don't have the cards or the perfect points to build a meta team that can compete for gold, diamond, or perfect league. I definitely don't spend enough time on my league teams to try to climb that ladder, but I can spend enough time if the topic's fun enough uh, to overcome my adult diagnosed ADD to focus on this. So you can probably tell, right? I was pretty jazzed to find those lists, and when it's something like that that engages my brain, then I can be very focused for a long time. So let me open up my account, and we'll take you to that team. Part of why I wanted to do this on stream too is because I've noticed there are a lot of newer players coming in, and I don't know if that's just because we've had the holiday sale in the game, um, or maybe people are just home a bit more as the weather changes. But as people come into Perfect Team, I thought if there's interest in theme teams, this would be a good way to show people how to do it. So like these are the mechanical steps of how to do it, and then the rest I was trying to show you like you know how do you then figure out what players you can add. And ultimately, like you're the own judge of who you add or not. Um, so just like packs only, you could cheat if you want to, but like, why would you? Like, what's the point? So you can like not follow your theme if you want to, but like, why would you? Like to me, part of the fun is like finding the cards that are eligible, and then like you have a handful that you're always looking for because they fit your theme, but they don't have a card yet, or they have a great card, but you're trying to save up for it. But like I don't see any point in like breaking the rules. So yeah, this is the team that I'm using. Here's the postseason. Like my logo's already been updated. Um, oh, this isn't the one that got me annoyed. I got annoyed in a different league, but this is the one that made me like, I'm done. I'm done with this team. I want to start over. Let me do a theme team with this one. So you see, I already uploaded the logo, so my logo's been updated. And show you what my uniform looks like. If you haven't been in this part of Perfect Team, it's pretty fun. You go to customize team, you can upload logos. You can also just choose logos. You'll probably recognize a lot of these logos, like a lot of these fictional logos you'll probably see in tournament trees. Or like you'll probably be like, oh, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. This is where a lot of teams get their logos. Um, I like using Fiverr. This one I found on a website that as long as you back credit them, you can use their logos. The fictional spiders logo is pretty cool. Yeah, Jeff the Jar's doing a spiders theme. He just showed it. He just put his logo and uniform up on our Discord. So I'm still messing around with uniforms, but I decided to put the logo. I usually don't put the logo on the uniform, but I thought it looked kind of fun. That's the home. There's the away grays. Um, Actually, if you subscribe to Tetsuiji, who's doing a very long Colorado Rockies save where he acquired Ken Griffey Jr., who went on to hit like 900 home runs, I think, in Coors. Um, he's also doing a Korean baseball save, KBO save. If you subscribe to him, my understanding is he'll design a uniform for you. He's really good at designing uniforms. So he'll send you something really sharp. So I did that. So our uniforms are done. Well, not done, but at least have like placeholder uniforms for now. I would be able to like to figure out how to do a tie-dye uniform. I thought would be cool. Oh, Wingood, I just did a shout out. So if you look right above your message in chat, you should be able to click on that and it'll take you to his Twitch channel. It's a Teisuiji. So if you just click on the shout out, you can get to him. So yeah, so let's move some cards around, I think. I hope this is the right team. Because EVC just set it up to go into the. Do I not? Oh man, I wonder if Matt Cain's on the other team. I mean, Matt Cain is not going to make or break the team, but I was pretty excited to get him on the team. Let's hide dupes and let's see if I have Matt Cain on the team. By the way, if anyone can tell me why some of my accounts have this page view and others have the scroll bar, I would much rather have the scroll bar. I don't know why. I go here to I go to perfect team settings and I try to say oh, it's not perfect team settings. I think it's OOTP settings. I say player coach list scroll bars. It's set on scroll bars, not page selectors. Yet when I go to this view, it's still page selectors. Anyway, if someone could tell me how to get away from that, that would be really helpful. I would appreciate it. Um, oh, this team doesn't have Kane. Okay, so here's what happened. I got super annoyed with my low diamond Phillips team because they were the team that won the division and then got knocked out by a wild card. Uh, that was the team that made me want to rage quit that team. But then this is the one that I changed. So this one does not have Matt Cain. And so I fished in how many perfect points do I have? I have under 7,000 perfect points right now. But I do have 2,352 packs. I've got that going for me at least. What kind of packs do I have here? Okay, I opened all the golds and diamonds trying to improve this team for the playoffs. What kind of animal is out there using page buttons? Exactly. I don't want to be that animal, but it's making me use page buttons. So I must have won it. I must have placed in a tournament. I got a silver choice pack. Okay, well that kind of changes things. I was gonna start with Matt Cain as my example. Okay, so it's funny. Some of these players are giants, like Buster Posey and Tim Lincecum. So I would like to think, oh, San Francisco. But I'm like, yeah, no, they just played for San Francisco. I can't have every San Francisco Giant on this team. That would be ridiculous. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is this is my starting roster. Um, oh, interesting. This is Cristobal Torriente. This is a 1923 card. I wonder if he played in 1900 to 1920 because then he can stay on the roster. So off screen, I'm looking up in BREF. Um, Oriente. He did. He played in 1920, so he can stay on the team. So that's awesome. We have an outfielder. And then I'm just going to go down the roster and just look up players in BREF and see if there's any kind of connection. And I'm going to look up that spreadsheet that I showed you where that guy compiled all the names. I'm going to do a control F to see if Byron is in there. Byron is not in there. So Byron Buxton is not in any Grateful Dead songs. I'm looking at his BREF. He was born in Georgia. Oh, I can use Byron Buxton on my Georgia Tech on my mind team. Oh, I'm going to have to remember that. I have two other teams. I have the mispronounced names team and I have a Georgia Tech theme team. I did I don't think I knew that Byron Buxton was eligible. So that Georgia Tech team is, of course, anyone who played for Georgia Tech. I'm not allowed to roster anyone who played for University of Georgia, but it's also anyone who anyone born, died, or buried in Georgia. Anyone who played for a school or professional team in Georgia. I thought that would open up to a bunch of college and minor league players, but I've kind of forgot that like minor leagues didn't play much in the South until like um more modern time. I think probably like when air conditioning made it more bearable to live there. But a lot of the minor leagues in the earlier eras of baseball were up north or in the Midwest. So that didn't help me as much as I thought it would. And then it's Georgia Tech on my mind, like the Georgia on my mind song by Ray Charles. So anyone named Ray or Charles is eligible. And then anyone with the name George or Georgia. Uh, and then what was the other one? Oh, so there's this fictional Georgia Tech student that's actually graduated with every degree this school's ever given, named George P. Burdell. That a student created as a joke, and then like submitted two tests every time he took a test, and got this fictional George P. Burdell degree. And then it's gone on to become like this thing at Georgia Tech where other students have done that to get him other degrees. He's flown fighter missions in World War II. He's like or bomber missions. He's on like the roles of the crews of bombers in World War II. Um, so anyone named George or with the middle initial P. Um, anyway, that team is bad because I made a rule that if you're from Georgia Tech, you have to be on the roster. So I have to have like Derek Dietrich's iron card on the team. But it's fun, so I still have it. So Byron Buxton is going to add to the Georgia Tech team, but it looks like he's going to have to come off of this team. So Byron Buxton, sorry, you're going to have to go to the reserve. All right, Grady Sizemore. Actually, Grady sounds like the kind of name that might be in a Dead song. So let me do a quick Control F on Grady. Nope, that was a little wishful thinking on my part. And then let me look him up in BREF. What does this pop up in the game here? Oh, I won 3 standard packs from Around the Horn in the Dark. All right, 3 packs to open. All right, Grady Sizemore. Oh, born in Seattle, Washington. I didn't realize that. I knew he was a Pacific Northwest kid. That's awesome. Well, that's really cool. Oh, is he on the Hit by Pitch Leaders list? He is not. Okay, so Grady Sizemore, unfortunately, you're off the team. All right, David Justice. He seems like someone who might have gotten hit by some pitches. Not on the list. You mean because Grady Sizemore got hurt so much already without getting hit by pitches? That guy, to this day, I wonder how good he could have been if he could have stayed healthy. Yeah, he was held together by strings. I wish we could have seen a healthy career from Grady Sizemore just to see what he could have done. David Justice did not know that. He was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. See, I learned all kinds of stuff doing theme teams. And you know what? I bet there's a David in. There's no David in a Grateful Dead song? Wow. Wow. That's really surprising to me. All right, David Justice, you're off the team. All right. You can see I'm going to have to go to some of those. Adam Dunn is coming out of retirement from Perfect Team to join this team. Elliot Ramos, I don't think is eligible. Born in Puerto Rico. Let's see if he got hit by any pitches. I don't think he did. I don't think he's on this list. Yep, no one named Ramos on this list. So actually, what town is he from? Is there any chance he's from a town mentioned in a song? Humacao, Puerto Rico. No. What town was David Justice from? I forgot about that part of it. Cincinnati. You know what? I do have a list of place names mentioned in Grateful Dead songs. So let me see if I can find if Cincinnati is mentioned. No, Cincinnati is not mentioned. All right, so yep, Brian Rocchio. Caracas. Caracas sounds like it could have been mentioned in the song. It was not. But the name Brian sounds like it might have been mentioned. Hey, I had no idea, Jeff the Jar. Sizemore interim managed the White Sox this past year. I knew he had been coaching. No Bryans in the list of names either. So, man, this is getting rough. Okay, I know Ozzie Smith grew up in LA. I don't know if that's where he was born. He was born in Mobile, Alabama. Interesting. I don't think I can't see people plunking him that many times, but let's check the list of hit by pitches. Lonnie Smith is on the list. Pop Smith from 1887 is on the list, but that's it. Lonnie Smith is on there 3 times. Man, Ozzie Smith has to go. Oh, wait. Unless looking up the name spreadsheet. No. Wait, where was he from again? Where was he born? Oh, wait, he's from Mobile. He's from Mobile, Alabama. The Grateful Dead do a cover of Stuck Inside a Mobile with the Memphis Blues again. I know that for a fact. I don't even have to look it up. Ozzie Smith stays on the roster. Yeah. Heck yeah. That is awesome. These are the small joys you get as you manage a theme team. When one of your perfect cards fits your theme, it is awesome. Welcome back onto the squad. Ozzie Smith born and stuck inside of Mobile with the Memphis Blues again. Awesome. Or I guess is it Mobile? Do people say Mobile? Do the locals say Mobile? Yeah. Ah, that's so cool. I'm so psyched that I get to keep playing that perfect Ozzy. All right, Greg Nettles is born in San Diego. That's not in a Dead song. He seems like he might have gotten hit by some pitches, though. No, did not get hit by pitches. I think I'm out of luck here with Greg Nettles. Let me check that name spreadsheet. That's my last hope. I'm going to look up with the more traditional Greg spelling too. No, neither one is in there. Yeah, I think we got to lose Greg Nettles. That's too bad too, because I really like this card. So good VR, good glove at third. I grab him in a lot of nearly perfect drafts. All right, we know earlier Chase Utley has been hit by pitches, so he gets to stay. Will Clark. Now he seems like a guy I would want to hit with a pitch. So no, Fred Clark is on the hit by pitch list, but not Will Clark. Ooh, Will Clark was born in New Orleans. That seems like, yep, the Dead do a cover of Dancing in the Street, and New Orleans is mentioned in that song. Now, that's a song, though, I might have to drop because it mentions too many big cities. But it's also mentioned in Me and Bobby McGee. It's also mentioned in Johnny Be Good. It's also mentioned in Big River, Promised Land. Okay, it's mentioned in enough songs that I'm going to keep Will Clark for New Orleans. But New Orleans is used, so he's the only one that we can keep from New Orleans. That'll keep the city thing from being abused. All right, Prince Fielder is next. He was born in Ontario, California. Oh wait, I think Prince Fielder was on the hit by pitch list. I do recall seeing he is. 17 times in 2012, tied with Kevin Youkilis for the most hit by pitches. All right, Prince Fielder, you get to stay. And this is don't be fooled. This is launch Edgar Martinez, not the Edgar Martinez that Smiley Face Jane bought a combinator for. Not in the name database. How about the hit by pitch list? Not the hit by pitch list. I just realized I don't know where Edgar was born. Oh, he was born in New York, New York. I'm sure there are songs where New York is mentioned. Yeah, Dancing in the Street is like a gold mine. Oh, just like Tom Thumb's Blues, Truckin'. Truckin's going to give us some freebies too. Okay, so we can only use each city once. We can only also only use each song once. I'm adding rules to keep it from getting ridiculous. Okay. We'll keep Edgar for now using New York and using Truckin', but that's a card I'd eventually like to replace. Just because it's it's kind of aged out. All right, Buster Posey. Oh, Buster Posey's from Leesburg, Georgia. Another player I need to add to my Georgia Tech team. Sweet. Nice catcher for the Georgia Tech team. I just have to get the card. All right, so Buster Posey. Leesburg. I'm gonna look it up. It's at least worth a lookup. No, it's not on there. As a catcher, I'm thinking he probably didn't get enough plate appearances to get plunked enough times, but we'll see. Buster Posey, not on the hit by pitch list. Oh, but the name Buster might be in the name list. Nope. Buster sounds like the kind of name that would be in a Dead song. All right, so Buster Posey, unfortunately, you are coming off the team. All right. I think I'm losing both catchers here because I doubt Cal Raleigh's on. Oh, wait a second. Cal. I'm racking my brain here. I can't think of any songs. He has 11 entries in this names database, but it's all in like there's like a field that explains the songs and it keeps showing up in those. So yeah, it's not a name on the list. Uh, so here's the theme. Let me get the right slide up for you. So it's anyone with a name shared by a band member or a name mentioned in a song or a name of someone closely associated with a band. Anyone born in Palo Alto, San Francisco, or a town named in a song. Anyone who played from 1900 to 1920, and anyone who led the league in hit by pitches or balks. So we've used actually most of the buckets so far because Toriente was a dead ball player. Ozzie Smith was from Mobile, or born in Mobile. Chase Utley was led the league in hit by pitches. Will Clark was New Orleans. Prince Fielder was hit by pitches. What was Edgar again? I guess I should have been taking these down. Oh, Edgar was New York. And so I've burned New York now. So if I want to use New York again, I have to take Edgar off the list. So now we're on Cal Raleigh. I'm going through my current roster just to see who I can keep. And then we're gonna go back and so Cal Raleigh is not on the hit by pitch list. He's from Cullowhee, North Carolina. Uh, I believe I've actually driven past there. I used to live in North Carolina for a while. Cullowhee is not mentioned in the Dead song. He's not on the hit by pitch list. I think we're out of luck. I've got no catchers right now. Okay, I don't believe I've ever heard the name Aroldis in a Grateful Dead song, but I will check. Yeah, it's not in there. Maybe Chapman. No. Now I can't tell if he's ever led the. Oh, you know what? We can look at his BREF. Does does it show box for pitchers? And if so, if it's in bold, although as a reliever, I would doubt he would lead the league in box. Oh, box are in the profile, but he has no black ink for box, so he did not lead the league in box ever. He's from Holguin, Cuba. So yeah, there's nothing here that gets me Aroldis Chapman. So he's coming off the roster. It's getting pretty rough here. We've got three first basemen and a second baseman. All right, Billy Wagner. He's from Marion, Virginia. Oh, the name Billy is in several songs. So we can use that for now. So Billy can stay. Jacob DeGrom. Where is he from? He was born in DeLand, Florida. I would doubt DeLand is on the list. Yeah, DeLand is not on the list. But oh, there's no song with Jacob in it? There's so many like biblically themed songs. I thought for sure. Wow. That's a bummer. And there's no Jake. Did he ever lead the league in box though? No. Oh wait, what about pitcher hit by pitches? No. You know what? I wonder if Aroldis Chapman led the league in. He's pretty wild. Yes, Spy Fish Chain. I'm definitely adding Mike McFarland because I did remember him from that hit by pitch list. But thank you for reminding me. I had temporarily forgotten about that, so thank you. He was one of the names I was excited to see on the hit by pitch list. All right, Degrom has to come off. All right, Big Maple. Latin or Canada. That's definitely not been a Grateful Dead song. But the name James might. Oh, he led the league in wild pitches, but not balks or hit by pitches. A wild pitch is not a dead ball play. Oh, man. So close. So close. But the name might give me a. Does James Paxton ever go by Jim? Because that would give me. Because Row Jimmy, Jim or Jimmy. Does he ever go by Jim or Jimmy? It doesn't say. Okay, I'm keeping him provisionally, assuming he's a Jim or Jimmy. Um, I thought I already had Freehand, but you know what? I was thinking about the other team, and I know that the team that has Matt Cain, I think that team also has Freehand. All right. Edwin Uceda, Los Almacigos, Dominican Republic. I have not heard Los Almacitos in the Dead song. Did not lead the league in hit by pitches or balks. Uh, there's no Edwin. I think we're out of luck on Uceda. I think what I'm probably going to end up having to do is like add the Mike McFarlands of the world, add some dead ball players just so I can start the season. And then we'll start doing some roster moves to try to improve the team. And also look to see who we have that we can add back in. So Jim Bunning. Now there are several Jim songs, so I can use another song to get Jim Bunning on here. But I'd like to be able to use another thing like Southgate, Kentucky. Or come on, hit by yes, he led the league hitting batters 4 times in a row, 2 of them leading the majors. Dead ball. Jim Bunning, you get to stay. Nice. All right, Oral Hershiser. Buffalo is mentioned in Truckin', and there are several teams that mention New York, so we can keep Edgar using a different song. Truckin' will keep Oral Hershiser on the team. Nice. All right, Tim Lincecum. He was a Pacific Northwest kid. I do remember that. I didn't remember he was supposed to be from Bellevue, but he's from Bellevue, Washington. I doubt Bellevue's mentioned. If it is, it's probably referencing the mental hospital in New York City. Yeah, not mentioned in the song. Oh, he led the league in wild pitches 3 times, but that's not a dead ball play. I need hit by pitches or balks. What else do we have? Oh, Tim. Tim. No Tims. Are you kidding me? Wow. There's never been a Tim in a Dead song? That's a little surprising. I just tried Timothy and Timmy too, just in case, but I mean, no song came to mind, but there's also like hundreds of songs. I don't know all of them. All right, Lincecum, you're off the team, which is unfortunate because you're so associated with the Giants. And man, all right, Jose Rijo. Any of those pitchers that pitched in that era where they were suddenly calling a bunch of balks, I'm hoping will get on the team. And I think Rijo pitched during that time. But no, he did not lead the league. It has to be a dead song. Yeah. So a name from a dead song or born in a city mentioned in a dead song. Or it could be someone associated with the band. That's a list I've actually forgotten about. They have gone through a bunch of band members, so yeah. So there's no Tim's. Right. There's the main band. There's Jerry, Phil, Bob, Mickey, and Ron and Bill, depending on what year you're talking about. There's oh, interesting, Nolan. I hadn't thought about the current touring lineups because John Mayer did play shows with them. That's true. But I don't think that gives me someone I just cut, does it? But that's a good call. I do need to think about that. I actually that's something I need to research. I don't know who's been sitting in with them. Uh I essentially not because I'm any kind of purist or anything, but I essentially stopped following them when Jerry Garcia died. We had tickets to go see them play in Pittsburgh. Um but he died between when we got the tickets and when the show was. And so that was kind of like and so they didn't play or tour for a long time. So I still traded tapes and stuff, but um so then that got me kind of disconnected from when they restarted. I wasn't like a hater of the new lineup or anything, but I just like it just wasn't kind of the band I knew. So Jose Rijo's out for now. Rick Sutcliffe. He seems like he might have some of those stats. Cherry Garcia is quite connected to them. Yeah, I think for connected, I'm thinking about like songwriters. There's some artists that are kind of as closely associated with the band who like do logos and stuff. Rick Sutcliffe, born in Independence, Missouri, not mentioned in the song. Um, Rick. It's highlighting this one text box, but I don't see the name Rick in here. Yeah. Okay. What else? Oh, did he ever lead the league in hit by pitches or box? Nope. Well, there's several songs that mention John, but I'd like to keep John Tudor for a different reason, so I could save those John names. Those are going to be like gold, I think, because that lets us pull all kinds of players in. Schenectady. That is a fun name to say. So I wonder if it ever made it into a song. It did not. Never led the league in balks or hit by pitches. So, okay, we are going to use the name John then. Uncle John's Band is probably the first one that comes to mind, so we'll just use that one for John Tudor. But there are several John songs, so he's good. All right, Early Win. Pretty sure neither Early nor Win was a name in a Dead song. Hartford, Alabama. If they ever mentioned Hartford, it probably would have been in the context of Connecticut. Now, Early. The name Early appears in that names database, but I'm sure it's for the a different context. Oh, also within the name Pearly. I forgot about that. Yeah, so Early Win is off the team. Okay, now let's see if anyone here is eligible to be put on here. Because at this point, regardless of what level we play in, we just need players on the team. I think at this point, let's go ahead and add Mike McFarland back in. He is hit by pitch leader. I don't have Mike McFarland on this team. Hmm. Oh no, I do. Why isn't he showing up? Oh, his framing is an 83. In my mind, he was a much better defensive catcher. I just didn't go down far enough. He's on screen 4. There he is. But he's a catcher. I mean, I'm just obsessed with framing, I guess. He is a good defensive catcher. Oh, we have too many. Okay. Iglesias is a dupe. Duran is a dupe. DeGrom is a dupe. Lugo is a dupe. Morneau is a dupe. Hey, Panda. Good seeing you. Craig Bijou and Kidla. Oh, thank you, Smiley Face Jane. Those would be good ads for very few points. Thank you. Oh, a baseball cap? This is content creator? That is amazing. Oh, I have the Kindle? This is where it gets super annoying having this page view because I have to guess how far in Kendall is. Oh, that's a pretty good guess. Look at that. Nice guess. Oh, yeah, you're right. He is in my reserve. I can't activate him if he's on my reserve, which is kind of weird. It's not Jeff Kent, Jason Kendall. All right. All right, we're getting the team back together now. All right, let's go back here. Let's start at the top. Not that overall is the greatest measure, but I mean, I guess should we go with who I would like to have on the team? Oh, there's several I think. Yes, how many gyms can I use? All right, there are two songs that have gym. Jim Bunning we use Hit by Pitches for, so he didn't use up a gym, so we can put Jim Tomei on the team. So that's a third baseman. That's good. Actually, I don't think that's the view I want to use. I think this is the view I want to use. Okay, Cal Raleigh we already saw found was out. I wonder where Gary Carter is from. Culver City. That's the kind of place I don't think is in a song, but I wouldn't be shocked if it is. No, it's not in a song. Shocking, the name Gary has never been in a song. Hmm. Okay. How about band members? We know we get a Jerry or a Garcia. Let's attack him. So Jerry Kuzman. Do I have a Kuzman on this roster? How far is Kuzman on the list? No Kuzman. How expensive is a Kuzman? Oh, too expensive. Too expensive. Okay. All right. Who else? What other Jerrys do I have? Jerry Hairston? Jerry Harrison would give me a good VR bat. Let's add him for now. So he's my Jerry, unless I want to replace him with a Garcia. I don't think we have a Freddie Garcia card yet. I could just see, I guess, what Garcias we have in the game. Um. Oh, Avisel Garcia. Contact and Babbitt, but not much else. I thought there was a. Is there like a Mike Garcia? I'm thinking like the pitcher from yeah, Mike Garcia from the 50s. Good HRA, decent control. Yeah, we're gonna add him. Oh wait, then I have to take Jerry Hairston off. All right, we'll add him and then we'll decide. We'll decide if we want Jerry or Garcia because that VR bat might be nice. Okay, then there's the Phil zone. Oh, of course, Phil Necro. Get us some. That's a good inning eater card there. If we can find a Phil Necro. Do I have a Phil Necro on this team? There's also Phil Bradley. No, we've got Joe, but not Phil Necro on this team. Let's see how expensive that card is. That's a big chunk of our budget. And the HRA is not great, but that 90 stamina, we do need innings. Hmm. What other fills are there for the fill zone? So the fill zone, the way it works is Jerry always stood in the middle. And sometimes Phil would stand on one side and Bob would stand on the other side. And you would know if your tickets were in the Phil zone or in the Bob zone. Now, before we spend money on Phil, we've got Bob Weir. So let's look up Bob. There's got to be lots of good Bobs. I mean, Tetsuiji has a whole theme team about Bobs. So there are definitely good Bobs in the game. There's Bobby Bonds. There's Bob Gibson. I don't think I have that new silver Bob Gibson on this team. That would have been nice. Oh, that was a pretty close guess for GI. Put me in the H's. Bob Gibson. Yeah, I like this profile. We're adding him to the team. All right. So the Bob zone's taken care of. The Phil zone is still available. We got Mickey Hart. I don't have a Mickey Cochran card, but there are other Mickeys that we can look into. Um, I, don't- I mean, there's like there's lower level Mickey Mantles, right? Oh, that's a pretty good guess for Mantle. I'm on the MCs. If there is a Mantle in the game, this account doesn't have one. Oh, there's that first baseman Mantle, but we've got first baseman for days on this team. But I also think I have a silver pack, a silver choice pack. Jack is a name that's eligible. There's multiple Jacks. There's Jack Straw from Wichita. Oh, I already have Jack Cust. So Dale Murphy I don't have, and Boone Logan I don't have. Jack Cust will strike out way too much in league. Okay. Well, I don't have to pick him here anyway because he would be a dupe. So Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy seems like the kind of dude who would have gotten hit by pitches. Dale Murphy's from Portland. There's got to be Portland references in a song. There's got to be. How do I live in Portland and did not know that Dale Murphy was from Portland? Shame on me for not knowing that. Oh, the song Operator, which is a great song. Riding the getaway bus out of Portland. So Dale Murphy is eligible. That's some good left field, can play center field, good power. We're adding him to the team. Good use of a silver choice pack there. All right, what does our team look like now? We've got 11 batters. We've got two catchers. We need a backup second baseman and a backup shortstop, so basically a middle infielder. And I don't want Jerry Harrison to be playing in the field, so a left fielder, basically an outfielder. Yes, Toriente can pitch, and he's actually he's much better than like a Bill Pierce, if I recall, at pitching. Thank you, Smiley Face Jam, for that reminder. Let me go finish going through the band. The band is the easiest way in. So we used up Bob. We still have a Mickey to use. So the Mickey Mantle doesn't help us right now. The Mickey Cochran we don't have. Mickey Lolich has a lower level card that I might have. I think it's got like HR in the high 60s, but control in the hundreds. I mean, for what we're doing here, we might need to bite the bullet and take that. There's Mickey Lolich. Look at it. What did I say? Control in the high, HR in the high 60s, control in the hundreds. Yes. Now, I don't think we have a Mickey Morandini in the game right now. Mickey Tettleton, we already have catchers and first basemen, so we don't really need Mickey Tettleton. All right, so we're going to take Mickey Loach. This is a position we'd like to upgrade. That's a name we'd like to upgrade. But we'll take him for now to start the season. This is kind of the fun of theme teams is you end up having to cobble it together. You end up starting some bronzes along with your diamonds and perfects. But that's part of the fun. Oh, Bill Kreutzmann and Ron McKernan. Pigpen. Ron Pigman. Mickey Vernon is eligible. That is true. Let's look at Mickey Vernon's card. It might be better. Thank you, Dukeston. And for all of you, there is a form pinned to the chat. We're going to do a random draw. We'll do that in a couple minutes, and then I'll put up another form we'll do right before we raid out. I don't have the Vernon card in here. And it's a little too expensive. And we do have first baseman, so we're going to pass on that for now. Ron. Ron Pigpen McKernan. There's a Ron Guidry. Oh, there's the Ron Santo and Ron Saves for we need third base. Rob Acuna Jr., Ron Gant. I don't know if I have that Guidry on this team. It's not a great card. It's kind of flat, but at least it's eligible. And then what's going to happen is over the course of the next few weeks, I'm going to realize, oh, this person was born in this town that's mentioned in the song. Or, all right, we're going to add him for now. So Pigpen's taken care of. What's else? Bill Kreutzmann. In case you didn't know, the Grateful Dead, one of the few bands that play two drummers with full kits. So, who are some noteworthy bills that I might want to check out? Uh, Billy Wagner made it back on for something else, right? I think Billy Wagner made it back on for something else. Is he on the team? Yeah, he was able to make it back on for a different reason. I think it was where he was born, so we didn't have to use it for Billy Williams. I'm pretty sure I don't have the Billy Williams card, and I'm pretty sure it's out of my budget right now. Yeah, I don't have it on this team. I think I have it on one of my teams, but I don't have it on this team. Ron Darling. As a Mets fan, I do like Ron Darling, but I think I'm probably gonna end up liking that Gidry card. Oh, also, I could afford this card, but I think I like the Guidry though better right now. But thank you for the suggestion, Dukeston. So which Billy do I want to add? But Billy Wagner we're able to keep for a different reason, so we don't have to burn our Billy on him. Is there a Billy Ripken in the game right now? Did I miss that? That Billy Ripken got added to the game? Holy cow, there he is. That's a good utility player. No power or eye. Good contact. I did say we need a middle infielder though, so let's add him. He'll be our backup middle infielder. All right, so Billy's taken care of. Nice. Yeah, but I thought we used I thought we were able to use something else for Billy Wagner. Let me look. I should have kept track. I should have kept better track. Or was he a Billy? Oh yeah, I did use a Billy on him. But how many Billies are there? Because the song Billy is in several songs, I think. Yeah, so there's a Billy in Stagger Lee. There's a Billy in Ramble on Rose, a song I know very well. And there's a Billy in Alabama Getaway. So we can have three Billies. So I think we're good there. Hey, Ron Judge. Dukeston, that's amazing. So good. No, it's as long as I can reference a different song and that song isn't being used for another name. At least that's how I'm starting out. Okay, a Brent. We can fit a Brent in. So one of the things I'm going to do probably offline is I'm going to create a spreadsheet. You know how I love my spreadsheets. Um, that's going to have like which song for each player. So it'll be clear like which Billy is from which song. But eventually, Sci-Fi Chain, I would like to get it so there's only one name, even though the name is in multiple songs. I would like to get to that point, but to start off with, I'm okay with. Yeah, I don't have the great Rooker, but how is the live Rooker? Is it playable? Oh, I don't even have the live Rooker. I have Jim Rooker, but that's not a Brent. Are there no sell orders on the good Rooker? There aren't. Wow. I'm actually surprised that that PT Elite Rooker card is only 70K. Or the highest buyer is 70K. The L10 is only 95K. Every time I've had it in a tournament, it's mashed for me. Okay, so right now we're not using the name Brent. Brett Main had a good Iron Catcher card in PT24. I don't think we've seen him in PT25 yet. Hey, Marbeck, buenos dias. We're building a theme team, Marbeck. All right. Well, we have the name Brent in our back pocket. When we get that Brent Rooker card, we can put him right in the lineup. Robert and Hunter. Corey Hunter, Hunter Pence, Hunter Renfro, Hunter Green, Hunter Harvey, Hunter Brown. Actually, when I get the perfect points together, I'm going to grab this Hunter Brown. Or actually, when I finish the mission. How far am I from that mission? This would be a good one to add. Hey, how did we finish a mission while we're doing a roster build? Did I buy a card for this theme team? Cade Horton. Okay, we got to look up Cade Horton. I just got a Cade Horton card. Where is Cade Horton from? Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That seems like it could be in a song. It is not in a song. Has the name Cade appeared in a Dead song? It has not. So we got a card that we can't place yet. All right, so I was looking up Robert Hunter. Where's Robert Hunter? The Robert Hunter mission. Oh, sorry, it's a Hunter Green mission. There's also a Hunter Brown mission. Okay, the Cincinnati missions. How far am I from the Cincinnati missions? Okay, those will be a little. I don't have enough points for those right now, but we'll keep an eye on those. Those would be good missions to finish. Oh, Catfish Hunter. Catfish Hunter. Yeah, I did mention that we can get Catfish Hunter and give up some home runs. So let's see what we can do there. I don't actually even have him on this team. Oh, okay. I've got a live Hunter Green. Actually, I can always put him in if I can't find Catfish Hunter. Oh, we're looking in the mission. That's why we can't see him. Catfish. Um. Okay, I don't have the diamond. We do have the silver, which is not great. I've got a live Hunter Gaddis. Actually, this isn't terrible. I think we're grabbing a live Hunter Gaddis. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Until we get a better Hunter card, which we can through missions. I'm optimistic that we can do that. Actually, Hunter Gaddis might already be in the reserve here. He is not. But we're right near the Gaddises, so let's just go to Hunter Gaddis and add him. Wait, where is he? It said that I have him. All types, all players. Hide duplicates. I just looked in the card shop. It said Hunter Gaddis live. I have. Oh, is he already on the active roster? There's no way. No, he's not there. He's not here in the reserve. So where is my Hunter Gaddis? Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah, no, he's there. He's there. All right, live Hunter Gaddis. Oh, I have too many. I need to deactivate some cards. Okay, I've got 3 Eovaldis. They can go. Hunter Gaddis, welcome to the team. All right. Let's spin the wheel real quick and give away some packs, and then I'll put a new form up. And while we're at it, let me unpin this form because we're going to replace it with a new one. Does Roberts count for Robert? I think we can count it for now. We're just getting started. We're clearly not trying to game the system with our roster here. I'm okay with including that. Okay, where is the name wheel? There we go. I'll put this on the screen shortly. Let me just get the new names in here. Okay. Who's the wise guy who put franchise time machine? That's pretty funny. Oh man, that's funny. Well, I'm trying to get the wheel on the screen for you. There it is. Wheel of names. Let me zoom it in a little bit. All right. We've got 8 names. Let me see if I need to delete this one or if there's an actual username behind it. Ah, there is an actual username behind it. It is not me. We're gonna keep it in. If that person wins, you will get your packs at your OTP ID that you put in there. That's pretty funny. That was good. All right. So for the record, franchise time machine is not me. There is another OTP user ID behind it that we will send the packs to if that name wins. We'll shuffle these names around a bit and then we'll fire it up. Good luck, everybody. Oh, that final little tick. The Nolan Network. So rigged. Is it coincidence that the person who raided into us won the packs? So rigged. All right, Nolan, congratulations. You'll get 5 packs. And let me put a new form up for those of you who are still hanging around. I appreciate it. And we will get you another chance at some packs. Corruption. All right. I like it in other streams like Dr. D streams. People now start typing in rigged even before the giveaway's done. All right, so here's version 2 of that form. I'm just going to make a couple edits here to make it part 2. And it's the same as before, just a different number. It's drawing number 2. Let me open it up, make sure you can edit it to put your information in. Then here's the link. New link for to form for second 5-pack giveaway. And here's the link. Posting in the chat. I will pin it. Good luck, everybody. Good luck to everyone except Nolan, so I don't get it or being rigged. That's so funny that Nolan won. And we'll do this last drawing right before we raid out. But you do not have to be present to win. So feel free to submit an entry and then take off if you have to take off. That's absolutely fine. All right, let me see where we are now on our roster. How many players do we have? We've got 11 batters. Let's have the AI give us a lineup and then see where our gaps are. I thought I added a middle infielder. Oh, we replaced them with someone else, right? We replaced them with a pitcher. Okay, we need 2 more pitchers and we need 3 more batters. We could probably use another lefty in the pen. And we do need a middle infielder, and that's pretty much it. At least just to get a team on the field, a middle infielder and a couple more bats. It was a bummer that Cade Horton card that we just got in a mission is not eligible for this team. That would have been good to slot him in. All right, so we got our eye on some Roberts and some Hunters when those come through. Keith. We have a Keith in the band. Keith Hernandez, Keith Folk. Oh, there's a David Roberts picture. That's not bad. Let's check him out. Oh, is that a new card that people kept saying Dave Roberts, not that Dave Roberts? This one, the bronze. Oh yeah, that's a good profile. We have enough perfect points for him. Now who did Oh, but we added Hunter Gaddis for Robert Hunter. If Hunter Gaddis isn't doing it, we can replace him with Dave Roberts and put him in the rotation, maybe. It'd be good to have a starter. How is our starter reliever mix here? Do we have any? Okay, right now we're starting a 69 and a 55 stamina. Actually, we can promote this Bob Gibson. In fact, I will promote this Bob. Oh wait, Cade Horton is not supposed to be on this team. He has to be off the team. I have to move him to the reserve. Okay. And actually, we'll put Bob Gibson in that spot. Okay. I'd like to replace Paxton so Paxton can go in the pen. Mike Garcia could actually do it. So now we actually need some righties in the pen. We need we could use three righties in the pen. But yeah, I kind of like this Hunter Gaddis for now. All right, let's go back to looking at from Keith's. Uh, we already have enough first basemen, so we don't need Keith Hernandez. Oh, Colt Keith could be our utility guy. Keith Moreland also is a secret catcher. All right, I do have the Colt Keith Future Legend card on this team. So let's go find him and add him. He will be. He may actually start at second base. Ooh, the laptop's starting to freeze up. I went too far. Colt Keith. There he is. We want the gold Future Legend card. Okay, the AI is. Oh, right, because we have Utley. But now we have a backup at second and third. We just need a backup shortstop. And we still have two position player spots, so that's good. Okay, I like Colt Keith there. I think we don't need to look any further for that. Who else is in the band? Oh, yeah, Vince Welnick and Tom Constantin are both keyboard players. Well, I don't know if it's coincidence, but this laptop did not like running that wheel. Oh, do I have that Burt card though? I don't know if I have that card. Was he born in San Francisco, Smiley Face Jane? Oh, I do have it. Wow, that's crazy. He can back up shortstop and left field. Yeah, he's already on the card set. So let's add him. Thank you, Smiley Face Jane. Oh, he led the league in hit by pitches. Awesome. Yes, there are some nice Toms in the game. That will probably be. We'll probably look for a pitcher because we have some Tom Severs in the game. The shortstop left field combo is so good. Look, I'm getting better at guessing what number to put in here to land on a player. Oh, I have 200 cards in the roster. Oh, I'll keep that in mind. So if I say the Marcus Simeon had a really fun PT-24 card too. But yeah, I think a couple of these missions now, knowing that some of them lead to eligible players, I think I'll have to prioritize those. There's Dolph Camilli, who is eligible, but we have better first baseman than him. Let's look up the Toms we can add. We need pitchers, so there's Tom Seaver, there's Tom Glavine. Mason Miller is eligible. Yes, yes. The name Mason is eligible. Yeah, I did mention Mason Miller when we're touring through the. Is his card not that expensive? Oh, the future legend Mason Miller is only 240. Oh yeah, I'll take this. Yoink. And then one thing we could do is look. Oh, and we can look for Tom. We still have a Tom spot. Yeah, thank you, Spot for Exchange, because we needed some righties for the bullpen, so that's perfect. Tom Hankey will be a nice add at some point. Tommy Green. Yeah, I mean, I'm for now, I'm happy with that silver Spy Face chain, but we can always upgrade for sure. Oh, this is that Tom Seaver with the terrible control. Yeah, I don't like this card. But there are lots of good Toms here. Tom Glavine. Oh, Spy Face Jane, you mentioned a card. Was it a Negro League card? And I remember when you said it, I was like, oh yeah. You said it was a an affordable. You mentioned two names. It wasn't Jake Stevens, and it wasn't Tommy Butts, but it was like it was one of those NEL Swiss Army knife cards, I think. Where's Tommy Butts, by the way? That would be a Tom. Oh, Connie Day. Do I have a Connie Day card though? I do have the Connie Day card. Let me see if there's a. Let me see if there was a Connie in a song. That does sound like a reasonable guess. No, you know what though? There's a Pete. There's several Pete's. So who does Pete get us? He gets us Pete Rose for sure. Oh, Kid Low. That's right, Kid Low. Thank you. That was the name, Smiley Face Shane, that I was thinking of that you had mentioned. All right, we do have Kid Low on the team on the roster. He, I mean, we need this kind of player right now to fill out the roster. So I think we'll add Kid Low. Oh, I was off on that guess. Still off. I'm getting worse. I was really good at this guessing game earlier, but a 1920 hit by pitch leader getting hit a whopping two times. That's amazing, Smiley Face Jane. Holy cow, that's so good. Oh, the name Kid is also eligible, so that's why. Also, the name Jed is eligible, so maybe we just grab Jed Lowry too while we're here. Right, Kidlow and Jed Lowry. I think we're gonna try to add both of them. Let's add Jed first. I think he might be the higher priority player here of the two. Actually, they're both pretty good. Bobby Ojeda. Dukeston's on fire tonight. That's so good, Dukeston. Bobby Ojeda. Okay, we actually don't need to add Kidlow. We've got a full roster now on the batter side. I'm still laughing at Bobby Ojeda. Nice. We got full coverage everywhere. Let's see what it does lineup wise. I don't hate this lineup. I mean, we are going to get demoted, but I was expecting that anyway. But we might be able to hang out after just getting demoted once or twice with this lineup. This is pretty good considering. And we still have some other research we can do. We can complete some missions. We have two more pitchers we can add. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I do have. How good is this? Oh, it's not very good. But we can aspire to getting this newer Kid Nichols card. You know what we've kind of neglected? We can add NEL cards. That is true, Sly Face Jam. Dale Murphy in center is not ideal. Yeah, getting a fielding upgrade in the center. Why isn't Toriente playing center? Oh, because Murphy can't play right. He can only play left. Oh, that's a bummer when that happens. But Harrison can stand in right. He can stand in right and play. What year is the Tome card? This is a 1996. So I think the question is, would you rather have a 71 in center field or a 44 in right field? Okay, I'm going back through this names database to see what kind of names we might want to look at for pitchers. 44 and right, probably. I actually think you might be right. Center is that important. We might need to get Harrison a chair, one of those electric scooters to chase down balls. That's amazing. Hey, D Block, welcome in. We're rostering my new theme team. There's also a 5-pack giveaway drawing pinned to the chat if you want to enter that. Oh no, the whole point was to get him out of center field. Get him in left, 20 in center. Okay. What else do we need to do? We need pitchers, two more pitchers, and I was looking at names. Oh, Slim. We have the name Slim we can use. There's at least Slim Harris and Slim Saley. We've got them both. I think Harris has the better profile of the two. Ooh, not very good though. Let's try to find a better name. Uh, August West. Is there a good West in the game? Oh, Tom Hume. Oh wait, did we burn Tom though? I think we used Tom. Let me check our roster. Did we use a Tom? Oh, we didn't use one there. And it's not Jim Tom A, so we didn't use it there. Oh, we still have Tom on the table. Awesome. Yes, so we can grab Tom Hume. Oh yeah, very nice. Thank you, Slyface Jane. All right, and he's a righty, so that's perfect. We just need one more righty, and we can call it a night. And then over the course of the next week or two, I'll do all my pack ripping on this team and try to do those missions. Oh, Betty Davis. So we have the name Davis. Now, I'd like to use this name eventually for Eric Davis when we can get that card. But what kind of Davises do we have right now? There's the Eric Davis. Oh, Piper Davis. That would have been good position player. Alvin Davis. We have enough first base. Oh, that Storm Davis card I like. This is one that Smiley Face Jane and Clay Dog told me about for PTCS, but this is a good profile. We already have it on the team. Yeah, we're going to do Storm Davis. And then I can go to bed knowing I have a theme team ready to go. I promised EVC that it'd be compliant by morning, and we have done that. Oh, you know what? I bet I need to make a roster spot for this though. Let's just deactivate some cards here. I'm trying to deactivate dupes so that actually I just need to make one more roster spot, so this is perfect. Storm Davis. Awesome. So Davis. I'm gonna guess that's in the 40s for D. Oh, look how good that was. What a guess. It started as Iconi Day, one page back. Can you put me like, what is this team doing that was in the league championship series and is now getting demoted multiple seasons in a row? Oh, it took me out of the screen I wanted. Yes, sir. Okay. D-Lock, part of it is I'm taking what I can get because I only have so many theme eligible players, and I'm just trying to finish the roster before going to bed. So if it's got some HRA and it's better than it's better than the alternatives right now. So we're gonna take it. I mean, obviously, I would hope to not have these bronzes by the time we're done, but these are the ones that I know I can get in. I know I have in my card set already. I only have 5,600 perfect points right now, so we're taking what we can get. Oh, I just deactivated a card. Why is it still saying I don't have room? And then the goal, of course, is to upgrade as we go. Part of it is I just need to do more research to find out there are probably good cards in my card set that I can um, improve the team right away. But I just want to get this compliant before morning. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of these cards in here that I'd like to upgrade out. Oh wait, are we full? Why is it not taking Storm Davis? Wait, the AI seems like DeGrom was not supposed to be in here. I think the AI added DeGrom. Why did it do that? That's weird. Early win is not okay. This is weird. Early win is not eligible. We took him out earlier. Trotman was not eligible. Uceda, we all these are all players that we said were not eligible. During that last update, it put these players back in. That is super annoying. Sutcliffe is not. What is this? Okay, now I have to. Did it do that to my Sutcliffe is supposed to be out? Why did it do that? Lincecum. Oh, I didn't hit submit. Mother. That sucks. That really sucks. You're right. I didn't hit submit enough times. Oh man, that blows. Okay, Grady's gone. Buxton's gone. 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 Ozzy we kept. Nettles gone. Chase we kept. Edgar and Prince and Will Clark were able to keep. Oh, I never should have hit download. That was dumb of me. Oh, that sucks. And of course, it's not going to let me move all of them because it's annoying. I'm so annoyed with myself right now. That really sucks. And so they're not even on my reserve, right? The guys that I brought in. Yet somehow Storm Davis is here. all these other dupes that I deactivated to make room too. They're still here. Okay, so nothing we did happened basically. Yeah, these Evaldis I oh man, sorry everybody. You're gonna have to watch me do some of this stuff again. Oh man. I thought I was about ready to go to bed too. Okay, so I remember we added Mike McFarlane. This would be a lot easier if I didn't have this stupid page bar. Where were we on this page? We added Storm Davis. Okay, Riho is not eligible. Lincecum is not eligible. Hershiser surprisingly was. Bunning was. Paxton was. Wagner was. Yeah, Jeff, I don't know why it does that, why we have that page bar. And then on some accounts it's not there. It's very bizarre. And the other thing is like it won't let you submit now because I have too few players. Oh man, that's really annoying. All right, Storm Davis, remember we said was in. All right, is there anyone here that we added before? Oh, you know what though? I bet there's a song with Floyd in it. And I was wrong. There's no Floyd in it. You know what this feels like? Have you ever written like a really long email or a paper and then you lose it? And then when you try to rewrite it, it never feels like it sounds as good as what you had written originally? I feel whatever we do is going to feel like, oh, but that roster we had before was better. I'm just looking to see if Floyd Bannister was born somewhere we can use. Floyd Bannister is from Pierre, South Dakota. Smiley face Jane, how far is Pierre from Fargo? I'm sure very far away, but oh, you're right, Deuce, thank you. I did have Jim Tomei on there. That's right. That's an important ad because he was our starting third baseman. And it sounds like my audio is cutting out, which is great. All right, Tomei is going to be up maybe in the 150s. Yeah, Dale Murphy. Oh, thank you. Good memory, Dukeston. All right, let's get Tomei. Yeah, if I go back and think about all the things I was complaining about, like having a 44 in right field. Oh, right, that's Jerry Hairston. Oh, Dale Murphy's in the reserve. Let's make some room too, because we have to add some cars. Brooks Lee can go. Seth Lugo can go. Wait, I thought it said Dale Murphy's on the reserve. Oh no, no, it's Tomei that's on the reserve. Sorry, I was looking for the wrong player. Oh yeah, who was that future legend? We wanted the higher level one, but we took the silver one. Um, who was that? Oh, Jed Lowry too. Sorry, I'm jumping around, but Jed Lowry was another name that we were adding. But I know, yeah, that future legend you're talking about. I know who you mean. Lowry, Mike Lowry. He's Jed Lowry. Okay. Yeah, that future legend. Who was that? Oh man, this is driving me nuts. I'm gonna look for Hairston. Maybe something will jog my memory while I'm looking for these other cards. Mason Miller. Thank you, Dukeston. That was driving me nuts. That's funny. I was going crazy trying to think of it. I was thinking of a position player, but it was Mason Miller. There's a Jerry Hairston. Let's go find that Mason Miller. It's like we're down 1.5 brains because Spy Face Jane isn't in the chat right now. Yeah, there it is. The silver Mason Miller, which we hope to upgrade with the better PT Mason Miller. Did it not? Oh, there it is. It did activate. Okay. All right. Do I have enough players on the roster now that it'll let me submit? No, too few players still. Uh, Hairston. Oh, Dale Murphy. I haven't added Dale Murphy yet, right? Yeah, Dale Murphy. We'll add him. Oh, good. We're in the M's anyway. So we'll go to Dale Murphy. I can't believe I didn't hit submit, though. I'm still so upset with myself. I think Jed Lowry was the last position player added, so I didn't have room for Kid Low. So we did not have him added at the time. Oh man, it's so hard to reconstruct what we did. Oh, so we had for Jerry Garcia, we went with Mike Garcia. I remember that. So that's another one we can add in. So Mike Garcia was one of them. You can see how slow my system's getting. Or I'm gonna have to reboot soon, so that means ending the stream soon. Hunter Gaddis, yes, thank you. Thank you. Good call. Gaddis and Garcia will be neighbors here on the stupid page navigator. Gaddis and Garcia. There's Mike Garcia and Hunter Gaddis. Gaddis. There we go. Let's see. Will it let me submit now? Too few players still. Oh, McFarlane and who were our catchers? McFarlane and Kendall. McFarlane and Kendall. McFarlane and Kendall were our catchers. Do we have a Jake? Just past Kendall. Kendall. Oh, he's already on the reserve. So annoying have to do this again. Kendall. Is McFarlane already here too? No, I think it's too low level for it to be here. It's McFarlane, but that's a pretty good guess. I entered on the MCs. McFarlane. We're at 21 players. Let me submit. Bullpen roles are not set. Okay. We'll let the AI set the pitching stuff here. Submit was successful. Okay. We're missing 5 players. We're missing 3 pitchers. And I'm pretty sure we're missing a couple lefties. All right, let's go back to the player names or the band names. Phil. We were going to do Phil Necro, but we said no, let's wait. There's Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson. Yeah, and Gibson started and we took Paxton into the pen. That was another lefty arm in the pen that we're missing. Bob Gibson. Yeah, there's Bob Gibson. And we did this. We got Paxton into the pen, so that's another lefty arm. Two more pitchers. All right, we're getting close here to recreating this. Ron and Bill. Ron and Bill. Ron Dong was floated, but we did someone else for that. Who did we do? I don't think we ended up picking up Tom Hume yet. Oh, maybe we did. But who was the Ron that we ended up adding? Oh, there's so many Rons. That's not going to help us. Oh, we added Ron Guidry. That's right. That was another lefty in the pen. Did we add Hume? I think we might have Dukeston. I think we maybe. Although, no, because we have room for one more lefty. I think it was a lefty. But maybe it was Hume. Maybe you're right. I know we added Guidry. Or did we add someone else for our Tom? Who are the Toms in play? No, I remember holding off on the Dave Roberts because what? Who did I take instead of Dave Roberts? Okay, I'm trying to think who the Tom was that we took. I, Tom Hughes' name keeps coming up, but I thought we had another lefty in the pen. No, maybe it was Tom Hume. You might be right, Dukeston. Might have been Tom Hume. It might have been. It might have been this Tom Hume. Let's just go ahead and add him. Because especially with my laptop slowing down like this, I do need to end this before it crashes. I'm pretty sure we didn't add Catfish Hunter, right? Yeah, because that low level Catfish Hunter is pretty bad. All right, we at least have a complete pitching staff. At this point, I just want to be able to submit it. Okay, we have two more players we're missing. Dukeston, man, you've got a good memory for these little bits and pieces. We got our catchers, Prince Fielder. But yeah, Hunter Gaddis is in there. Or he should have been in there. Was he not in there? Yeah, Hunter Gaddis is in there. All right, who else are we missing here in the field? We're missing a couple outfielders, it looks like. Toriente, Hairston, Murphy. Oh, Keith. Who was the Keith we took? We're missing a Keith. Colt Keith. Colt Heath. Colt Heath and his lefty bat. I remember taking him. There is. We want the gold future legend Colt Keith. Oh man, the limit again. Okay, I feel like we're missing an outfielder though, because right now we only have three outfielders. Mickey, Ron, Keith, Brent, Keith, Tom, Vince, Phil. But it could have been one of the cities. It could have been God. Who was it? Let me look at the name list again. Maybe that'll. Jim. Did we have multiple Jims? What was the name that Smiley Face Jane said? Like, are you okay taking multiples of? And I was like, oh, Billy's. Billy's. Right now we only have one Billy. So who's the Billy we're missing? We're missing a Billy. Oh, Billy Ripken? Did I end up adding Billy Ripken? Or did we bump Billy for someone else? There's a Billy Rip. I mean, as long as we're here, let's find an outfielder Billy. Or we kept the Billy Wagner, remember that. Well, no matter who we had before, I feel like we need an outfielder. Who was the last piece we're missing? Was it a oh? Let's see what I let's see if we got any mission cards or what I bought. Okay, we did buy Tom Hume, so we did add him in. Okay, it was Billy Ripken, Mike Garcia. I guess it was Billy Ripken, but then we're short on outfielders. So oh, who was I talking about that played shortstop in left field? That was something. Who is that? Wasn't there someone who played shortstop and left field? All right, I'm just gonna add this Billy Ripken because we did buy him during this, so I'm assuming we added him in. But there was someone who played short and left that I remember we added. No, I think Colt Keith is just a really bad second baseman and third baseman. That's a good guess, though. Oh, what a good guess on Ripken. I guess 125, and we're almost right there. All right, so at least have a full roster now. And we are probably going to get demoted, which is fine. I knew that was going to happen. I just wonder if any of these names are people that we. Didn't I take a live card, or was he just saying, oh, we might end up taking this live card? That's true, Dukes, and Future Legends do have some weird positions. That is absolutely true. That's the other thing we haven't done yet is a lot of those NEL cards and just a lot of dead ball. Oh, Gaddis is a live card. You're right. Right. Thank you, Dukeston. That's right. We haven't even dug too deep on the dead ball cards that we might be able to pull in. I'm just looking at these higher level cards, and I'm not seeing any that we could have pulled in. Oh, Candy Jim. He's 1923, but I bet he was playing in the dead ball era. Let me look him up real quick. Candy Jim would be a good ad. First of all, is the name Candy mentioned? Oh, there's a Candy Man, but that's a bit of a stretch. But I bet we can get him on the era. He did. He played in 1920. He just got in. We added Billy Ripken before we had Jed Lowry, so we can replace Billy Ripken with Candy Jim Taylor. That's a good upgrade. Candy Jim Taylor is an excellent ad. And I just happened to see his card. This is what I mean. Like, over the next week, I'll definitely be able to improve this roster. All right, Candy Jim's back in. I wonder if Candy Jim's starting versus lefties. Nope. But he's a much better backup there than. Oh, he's starting in right field. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, yeah. So does that mean if he's starting in right field, Toriente's in center? Yeah, cool. So Dale Murphy's out of center field. That's good. That's good. All right. So where were we? Candy Jim was around here somewhere. This Vosmik dupe we'll go ahead and delete or deactivate and make room for. Ramos is ineligible. We already figured that out. So eventually, I think we want to start. Not that you can always go by level, but I think we want to start replacing these bronzes first. Although McFarland will probably play for a while because of his defense. I'm not seeing anyone else here that might have been on the team. Okay, let's hit submit. Okay. And then let's look at the card list again. None of these guys were eligible. How about this gold Tony Gwynn? First, let me see where he was born. He might just be eligible just from that. I mean, I know he's a San Diego guy, but I don't know that I don't think he was born there, was he? He was born in Los Angeles. I'm pretty sure LA is mentioned. That's funny. I'm actually not seeing LA mentioned here. I searched for Los Angeles, it wasn't in there. So yeah, it actually might not be in there. Oh, are we already getting our drops for tomorrow? That's awesome. Tony Gwynn. What about the name Tony? No Tonys in the songs. What about in the band? There's a Tom. All right. I need a brief bio break, and then I think we're ready to do the final pack giveaway. So let me just roll a couple minutes here. I'll be right back. All right, I think we're back from ads. Andy from Sheffield, welcome in. Good seeing you. Yes, we're running European hours now. We've already started getting our drops from the next day. We're just working on my new theme team, and I just remember something that gave me goosebumps when I thought of it. In one of Ezra Denny's seventh inning stretches recently, he showed a video of Tony Bennett and the Grateful Dead singing the national anthem at a Giants game. And I think because of the Ezra Denny connection and the fact that they perform together, I am going to make the call that that makes Tony Gwynn eligible because it feels very OOTP at that point. So we're going to add this gold Tony Gwynn. Oh, he's already in the reserve. Great. Because I think we needed another outfielder anyway. Andy, there is a form pinned to the chat. We're going to do a random 5-pack giveaway right before we end the stream. If you want to get in on that. All right, there's Tony Gwynn. Who are we going to cut? We need room for an outfielder. I mean, he's got to be better than Jerry Hairston across the board, right? Including fielding. Let's take a look. Well, I realize Harrison has better eye and power. So with Gwynn, we're only getting 70 extra points of contact. And Hairston has almost 60 points more of power. So, especially VR. Okay, we're going to keep Hairston. Maybe we'd get rid of Colt Keith then. Yeah, Colt Keith is not. He's our first pinch hitter versus righties, but that's it. But that means we have a Keith available for use, which is good. Okay, I like this. We'll add Gwyn back in. Gwyn, Toriente, Candy, Jim across the outfield. Okay, I like that. Ideally, we'll be able to upgrade the pitchers, but I'll look to do that in the morning. This is good to go. We're at least compliant for the start of the theme team season. That was a goal. So appreciate everybody hanging out here today, tonight, this morning, whatever it is now. Uh, Let me put this back up. This is what we were doing today. Where's my slideshow? We'll be back on later tonight, I guess, at 10 p.m. again, doing this all over again. I'm thinking about revisiting the streamer team, which is myself and a bunch of other streamers and some of our community members. Each picked up our favorite player in the major league. So I'm franchise Griffey Jr. Smiley Face Jane is Maury Wills, Smiley Wills, and we brought everyone in as 18-year-olds. Some of them were almost ready for the majors, like Griffey Jr. and Valenzuela. Others were in short season single A ball, and we're going to see what happens with them. We finished the first season. It's going to sim the second season. So yeah, so this was our theme team build. Appreciate all the help. So let's go ahead and we're going to close that form. We'll do our 10-pack giveaway, and then we'll raid in somewhere. Is anyone still working on their form? I'm about to close it. Andy, I don't think I see you in there yet. If you want to get your form in, I'll wait till you get it in to close it. There's just 2 questions. Should be pretty quick. All right, we're gonna get ready to populate the wheel. Normally, we do our giveaways based on guessing the outcome of our sims, which is much less chance based. Gives you a chance to show off your ability to guess and predict. Oh, you're Googling the Tony Bennett thing? Well, get your form in first. So, if I remember the 7th inning stretch correctly, I do think part of it was that the Grateful Dead do, I don't know if it's opening day or they do like a national anthem every year. I don't know if the Tony Bennett thing was every year, but I remember seeing that clip on Ezra Denny's 7th inning stretch. It's pretty good. I don't know if good is the right word, but it was pretty interesting. A lot of people were stoned, so their memories are unreliable. That is probably accurate. All right, here we go. Looks like I think we're good to go. All right, here we go. I'm going to close the form. We did get another entry in. I don't know if it was Andy, but we had another entry come in. All right, closing the form, everybody. Say something in the chat if you don't want me to close it yet. All right, closing the form. I didn't see any objections in the chat. Closing the form. All right, form is closed. All right, let me copy the list of Twitch names. Let's go to the wheel. I think it's okay to do the random wheel once in a while. It gives me a break from having to come up with questions every time. It lets me do things like pack rip sessions and things like this roster build every once in a while. I think it's all right. I'm going to stop being so hard on myself for that one. All right, here's the wheel. Our last winner was the Nolan Network. Again, I did not enter that franchise time machine. That was entered by someone else as a joke. We're going to shuffle this a few times. Good luck, everybody. We have 5 entries, so I'll shuffle it 5 times. One, two, three, 4, 5 for 5 entries. All right, here we go. Jeff the Jar is our winner. Congratulations, Jeff. I will update the form accordingly. Should get your packs in a day or two. Nicolino is pretty good about getting those out as soon as we notify him. Yeah. Oh, Jeff, you're still in the chat. Congratulations on the pack win there. All right. Let's figure out what we're going to raid into. Ophi's on. Let's see how much longer Ophi's going to be on. Actually, I will just use my phone since my computer is being so slow. Ophi, how much longer will you be on? Okay. If Ophi's going to be on for a while, we'll stream an Ophi. Okay. She's only going to be on for 20 minutes. We're going to raid into her anyway. Especially because tomorrow I'm hoping we can raid into Emmy Melodies, who is one of my favorite music streamers now. So, all right. Well, everybody, thank you very much. Andy, I'm glad you're able to catch the end of our stream. Hopefully, you'll be able to join us one of these days when we're doing a fun little experiment or something.